Okay, so guys, so at the end of this, after you've collected your results, calculated all the marks, how many marks do you have over 150? So leave me a comment, like leave your comment in the comment section below. Let me see who has the highest mark, the lowest mark. Please don't be shy about it, because somehow I really want to keep track of my viewers here. Not just me coming here to just make videos, and I don't even know if somebody is even listening to me or trying out what I say or not. Like, let me know. Maybe somebody with the highest, if there's somebody with the highest, I really even want to follow up. But this guy, you have to get the job, or this girl, you have to get the job by fire by force, because you have all these documents. You have to get this job. That kind of thing. We can just be organizing like a one-to-one session to make sure that, okay, this one. So make sure you're sincere with yourself. Be sincere with yourself. So let me know how much is your score, and I really want to like keep track of. I'll try to just keep track of most of you to know how the application process is going for the job. Like, I really want so many of you here to have job offer. Like, I can't wait for somebody to say, hey, tell me I got this job, tell me I got this job. Then from there, we'll proceed to the next step of visa application. I cannot wait. Honestly, it's one of my utmost job, because this is almost like, it's around 2 p.m. 2 a.m. Forget what this fine gets in. I'm here making videos for you guys. I really want it to like it to be my joy to actually see 99.9% of you outside the country, and it was actually true watching my videos. Like, it's going to be like a very, very good, I don't even know the English to speak, but you know what I am saying. So just try as much as, but just be sincere with yourself. And if you don't have up to these qualifications, try as much as possible. I have videos for online training, how you can do online training without paying money, or free. How you can do physical training without paying money or paying small money. Like, you have all these options. What's stopping you? So even if you don't have education background, SSC or whatever, it's not even a barrier. It's just like adding to you. So especially if you know your highest qualification is WAEC, or you don't even have any experience, that's why you should have more of this health experience. They can even see somebody that has BSc, and you have more health than the person with BSc or master. They will pick you. Most times, if you're UK and Canada, they deal with experience. Now, person will get experience that they will go for. So most times, it's not about the educational qualification, but some people still look at it that, okay, it's actually still a point. But most times, so let me know in the comment section what your average is. So guys, I actually introduced a new grading system. This grading system, costly of me, like, it was just my intention. I was just in my house this morning sweeping, and then the inspection just came to mind that what if we have some people that are even confused, they don't even know where to start from or what to do or whatever. So that's why I now actually introduced this grading system with my head, though, in my sense. This is my big hair. I introduced this grading system. So anything I will be saying, you actually be grading yourself, so you will know how much mark you have, how much whatever it is. If you know your position, if you are forward, backward, or you're in the middle, if you can still apply for this job, if you are close to applying for this job, if you are most times, especially with this immigration thing, like, you have to do a step before another step. When you just like read about it, watch so many videos, you don't even know, most people don't even know where to start from. They don't even know how to arrange themselves. And the funny thing is, most times when you actually read about this process online, these procedures online, they look very simple, but at some point in your life, or maybe they just say, okay, if you have this, do like this. Your qualification is different from the next person. The experience you have is different from the next person. Some of you are graduate, some of you are undergraduate, some of you are non-medical courses, some of you, like, so many situations, so many conditions, so many diseases. So you don't even know, can I apply? Can this occur? Can I use this one for this? Can this one happen like this? You don't even know. Like, you're just confused. And some of you that are not even confused, you just be like, okay, is it like so many things can just happen? Like, guys, I really just want you to know, guys, that it is actually normal. I remember when I was trying to travel out today, I was just everywhere, reading, watching videos and everything. I was like, wait, where is even the starting point? Because you watch so many videos, read so many things. Okay, you've heard, this is what what am I to start? What's the first thing I am doing? Like, what's the first thing? Where's the starting point? So most times it's like they used to jump, they just start from the middle. and you don't even know where is the starting point. That's what I want to know. Where am I starting from? And this is my condition is different from this one and everything. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to like help you guys to tackle anything, no matter the problem you have, no matter the situation, no matter the condition of your educational background, experience, what have you, eat this one time or anything. This video is going to clear everything. If after watching this video and you're still confused about where to start, that means you did not watch this video from the beginning to the end, or you skipped the point. But trust me, if you watch this video from the beginning to the end without skipping anyone, you will understand very well. Guys, if you watch my videos, if you see my videos, you see that the list so far is like 20 minutes. They're always very long. That's because I take my time, make my research, relate it to myself. Like, I see myself as putting myself in position of this applicant, because I was once there. I know how confused I was. But mine was even quite obvious, because especially if you don't know anybody in this place, at least if you have somebody in UK or US or this thing, it's easy for them to guide you. But when you don't know anybody, you don't have anybody, you don't even know where to go. And you know the funny thing is, you are hiding it from your friends, from your colleague. You don't want anybody to know that you are traveling or you are planning. So you don't even have anybody to ask. You just be on the internet, just be watching video, just be reading this one, just be reading the what, which I start from. If you kill it well, this one, that one. I understand. I have been there before, and that's why I took my time to actually bring out this very easy method, and which is what I call the grading system. Guys, this grading system is with this my small head and my big head. It is when I was actually cleaning my house this morning, it actually just occurred to me like, I've been in this position before. Like, there are so many applicants that they will not even know where to start from and everything. So that's why I actually want to start this grading system with you guys. So sometimes, even when I talk to some of my friends, that I feel like the type of work they do will actually kind of excel more outside the country, and I say, why not try this particular country? They need people for this. Some people say, I don't know where to start. Like that kind of question. Anyways, today we're going to be busting all the bubbles of I don't know where to start, I don't know which one to do first, I don't know if I can apply, I don't know if I don't know how you had it is going to be clear today. So this grading system was introduced by Moa, your home girl, Ashidemis. This is my grading system. So, and it's very, very easy, very, very easy for you, and you can keep using this method even if you're not going for UK. You can use it for other countries, just to grade yourself, to know the steps you've taken, to know how far you've gone, to know what is remaining. Because if you just sit down and you just feel like, okay, I have this, and then probably you apply for a job and you got a negative reply, you'll be like, she better have sent everything now, what do people want? Sometimes you might not even put mine, but when you actually use this grading system, you understand that, okay, I still have a whole lot more to go. I have to cover this, I have to do this, I have to do everything. Anyways, guys, I'm talking too much. Let's dive right into it. So, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your okay, Ashidemis, as the beginner. You're watching Japa with Ashidemis, your number one favorite immigration YouTube channel, where I talk about immigration, lifestyle, travel, and everything. As usual, disclaimer: I am not a travel agent. I am not an immigration officer. I don't have any link with them. Whatever I'll be saying in this video is based on my thinking, my personal research, and everything. So make sure to actually verify all your information before you anything. But as I used to say, I'll give you 98% correct information. The main 2% now your village people. Anyways, let's dive right into it. So before no further ado, please, before you continue this video, let me see your pen. Hold it like this, because I cannot be talking just like that. And so something about tutorial video is the way they are saying it, be doing it, because when you just hear it and you just end the video, before you go, the thing will be, what did this person say again? Hold your pen. If you know you don't have a pen with you, just pause this video, go and look for pen. After holding your pen, then your book. Not just any book, your diary, the one that is very important to you, because this thing is very, very important to your life. So have you held your pen and your paper? Now let's start. Just like when you were in secondary school, when your teacher called dictation for you and you say, okay, you mark yourself, if you write this one, put 2, if you write this one, put 4. That is what we are going to be doing today. So my grading system, Ashidemis grading system, the whole everything we're going to be talking about is 150 marks, 150 marks. So you're actually going to mark yourself and see how many marks you have over 150. Then you will now know if you're actually qualified to actually even start this application. Mind you, this 150 grading system is just for the application of the job, not for the overall process. I'll make another one video for after you've gotten a job offer letter, the document and everything. This one is documents needed for you to get this job, to get a guaranteed job, not just you just applying and you're getting a negative reply and everything, but then plus and minus depending on whatever I will be saying. So this 150 marks is based on just 6 steps. Can you see? 150 marks, 6 steps only. Even if you are sleeping, no, it's 6 steps. So my dear brothers and sisters, are you with your pen? Are you with your book? And I told you not to book, hold your diary. Anyways, let's get started. So let me just give you like small rules before we continue. If I tell you anything is 10 marks, 10 marks means minimum qualification. Do you understand my English? If I say this pen puts 10 marks, that means okay, minimum qualification. So if I say this pen puts 10 marks, this eyeliner puts 10 marks, so that means with this one you are good to go, even without this one. Let me start again. If I say in biro, put 10 marks for biro, put 10 marks for eyeliner, the two making how many? 20 marks. But anytime you hear this 10 marks, that means this biro can stand alone even without this eyeliner. This eyeliner can stand alone even without this biro. But if the two of them stand alone together, they make a very good combination. Just like me making this video, I'm writing for you and I did my makeup. So this biro can go alone and be fine and be independent. This one too can go alone and be fine and be independent. But when they come together, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So when I actually tell you 10 marks, that is full option, full breakfast. Like you can do it without, you can do it with just this one. Anyways, let's get started. Wait, have you watched it up to here? If you've watched it up to here, click that subscribe button now, because it's not easy coming out with this thing, turning myself to mathematics teacher. It's not easy. It's not easy. Click the subscribe button. Anyways, let's get started. So the first step on our list is international passports. Do you have an international passport? But you write that one now inside your diary. Number 1, international passport. Under this number 1, I have some sub you get, because for international passport, different people have different categories. So under this international passport, I have 3 categories. If you have your international passport, there's a difference between if you have your international passport and if it's valid. If you have your international passport and the validity is at least 2 years, they accept 1 year too, but 2 years, because if you have 1 year, I'll consider it as you don't have passports, especially for my fellow country Nigeria. We know all the stress that you go through, so that you can renew it. So if you have an international passport with at least 2 years validity, like if they just call you, come now, want to stamp your passport, you can just take the passport and go and stamp it with at least 2 years validity, put 10 marks. If you know that you have your passport but is less than 2 years validity, put 5 marks. If you know that you don't even have at all, you don't even know what is international passport, you are just hearing traveling out, you don't even know what they are doing it, you don't even know where to start from, you don't even know anything, put 0 marks. If you know that you've actually applied for your passport and is in progress, like you've applied for it, they say okay, come, your collection is next week on the 5th or something, put 5 marks, because the Nigeria that we are today, we don't even know when you will collect the passport, so put 5 marks. Do you guys understand my analysis? If you have your international passport with at least 2 years validity, it could be more, at least minimum 2 years validity, put 10 marks. If you know is less than 2 years validity, put 5 marks. If you know that you do not even have at all, you are just having international passport, or you are still thinking it in your mind when you go and apply, put 0 marks. Are we clear? Are we good now? can move to the next stage. So whichever category you think you are, find yourself. It's not possible for you to be in two categories. You either have, you don't have, or it's about to expire. So anything less than 2 months, 2 years, 1 year, let me tell you, 2 years is actually acceptable in the UK embassy. But as I told you, especially if I'm from Nigeria, but if I'm from another country, if you have a 2 years validity passport, you can actually put 10 marks. But if you are from my country, Nigeria, put 5 marks. So next step, are we clear with that? Are we done? So next one is education qualification. Education qualification. If you know that you don't even pass through school at all, you don't even know what they call school, you don't even, okay, you know, but you never went to class, you don't have any, even at least WAEC certificates, you don't have. WAEC SSC, you don't have. Even junior WAEC, you don't have. Put 10 marks. You know, I told you, anyone I tell you to put 10 marks means even with this, you are good to go. Put 10 marks. If you don't have any educational qualification at all, put 10 marks. But you, if you know that. So next on our list is, if you know that you have WAEC / A levels / Cambridge, JUPEB, anything, WAEC / A levels, anything. If you know you have that, put 10 marks. Next one, if you know you have BSc, bachelor's in anything, bachelor's in bio, bachelor's in paint, bachelor's in anything, put 2 marks in front of it. If you know you have masters, put 2 marks. It could be masters in anything, masters in geography, masters in economics, any masters, put 2 marks. If you know you have PhD, put 2 marks. Add 2 marks. That's what I'm saying. Plus 2 marks. Plus 2 marks. Then, if you know that you have BSc, be listening, BSc, masters, PhD in health sciences, you know that the 2 marks you are putting is, you just have the you just have BSc, masters, or PhD regardless. So let's say this one did maybe BSc, masters, and PhD in economics. This one did BSc, masters, this thing in, let's just say, nursing. So this one is economics. This one will have 2 marks for BSc, 2 marks for masters, 2 marks for PhD. This Bible we had 2 marks for masters, for BSc, 2 marks for masters, 2 marks for PhD. Then for the 4 marks I told you about, this one we not had, because this islander did not do science related course, but this one did science related course, nursing. So this one we had plus 4 marks to our own. So regardless of the level, even if maybe bio started BSc with economics and then went to do masters in any science course, as long as any of your qualifications just have science, not just science, health course inside, put 4 marks. Do you understand what I just explained? So the 4 marks is for people that have either a BSc, either a master's, or a PhD. I did not say put 4 mark BSc. I did not say put 4 marks in BSc, 4 marks in masters, 4 marks in PhD. BSc, masters, PhD, 4 marks. The TV, 4 marks. So even if it's just BSc you have, but it's in health science, put 4 marks. Even if it's only masters you have, but it's in health science, put 4 marks. Even if it is PhD, but it's in health science, put 4 marks. So your 4 marks plus your 2 marks with where you stop. Do you understand what I have just explained? So next one on our list is driving license. Put 10 marks. As I said, that driving license, when I said in my first video, is actually not compulsory, but they shall know first. So if you have driver's license, put 10 marks. Not just driver's license, wait, before you put 10 marks, valid driver's license, 10 marks. If you know that you do not even know what they call car, you don't know how to drive, the only thing is just you don't even have an idea, like me, 0 mark. If you know that you have driver's license but it has expired, or maybe you are just learning how to drive, or your driving is still in process, put 5 marks. Do we understand each other? If you have driver's license, valid driver's license from your home country, 10 marks. If your driver's license is still in progress, or you are just learning how to drive, 5 marks. If you don't have anything at all, you've never even driven anything, the only thing you drive is to drive a man crazy, or a girl, put 0 mark. Then step 4, are we good to go? Step 4, if you watched it up to here and you've not subscribed, I don't know what you want in this life, I don't know. Step 4, proof of English. If you know you've written IELTS and you have at least a minimum of 4, is it supposed to be this thing? At least a minimum of 4. Okay, let's just say you've written IELTS. Don't put minimum. You've written IELTS, Sha. If you have your IELTS and it's still valid, put 10 marks. If you know you did NAIRA UK, that one is using your BSc, any of your educational certificates, and converting it to like a UK standard English requirement, something like that. I have a video on that. I'll put in the link in the description box. So instead of the IELTS, you can actually write the NAIRA. So you can still write the NAIRA and still have the IELTS. As I said in one of my videos about the requirement of this job visa, there's nothing that is always too much. That's why I introduced this grading system. So if you have IELTS, put 10 marks. If you have NAIRA, put 10 marks. If you don't have, 0 mark now. And if you know that is in process, put 5 marks. But if you know that you don't even know what they are calling NAIRA, oh boy, you don't even have an idea, put 0 mark. So anything you know you've not heard before, put 0 mark. If the thing is in process, put 5 mark. If you have it full option with validity, put 10 marks. Do you guys understand me? If you have any of these documents 100% and is valid, up to date, like when they wake you up, hey, we need your this thing, you can submit it sharp, put 10 marks. If it is still in progress, you're about to collect it, or you're in process, active, not passive, active process, like of collecting it, or you're already processing it, 5 marks. But if you know that you've never heard what they call that thing before, just put, in fact, it's supposed to be -0, but let me pity you people, 0 mark. Next is, if you can have IELTS, you can use it, just grading it. So if you have school leaving certificates, as I said, one of the 4 ways of proving your English language without IELTS, without NAIRA, if you know that you have mind of proving your certificate with your WAEC result or your A levels, put 10 marks. Mind you, you can prove your English with your A levels, with your NAIRA, with your IELTS. So somebody can have all this theory. So if you have all this theory, that's 30 marks. Do you understand me? Don't say because you have one. If you have everything, put your mark. So if it's that the only thing that you have is your school leaving certificate, your WAEC result, or your or NECO, but you have maybe like a C in English, that's what you want to use to prove that you understand English, put 10 marks. That means even without the IELTS, you can still apply for it. Then the next one is, number 5 is health experience. This one, you have to sit down very well and say it. Have you subscribed yet? Because have you subscribed? Just click the subscribe button and click the notification bell, so I enter and post any video, you'll be like one of the first to get notified. You can. Anyways, health experience, health assistant experience, support worker, care workers, anything, as long as it's relating to health. We're talking about health, right? If you know you don't have any experience, you don't even know what they call health, you've never been to any health anything, any health blah blah blah, nothing, you don't have an idea, put 0 marks. If you know that you did an online training certificate. I made this video, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I'll put in the link in my description box where you can do your online training, online healthcare training that they will actually give you a certificate. So I'll put in the link in the description box. You can actually learn from them and still have your experience. So if you know that you did online training certificates, like you have it like this, they've given you, put 10 marks. If you know that you're about to, not like about to that, I want to watch the video and start. You've started already. Like maybe less than few hours time, they will give you a certificate. Active process, put 5 marks. If you lie to yourself, you're deceiving yourself, not me. Don't say, Shebi, it's for you to go and watch the video, you start doing it now. And when you do it, you come back and migrate yourself. Now that you don't have it, put 0. So if you know that you're already doing the course, you're already learning it, put 5 marks. If you know that you don't even know what they call online course, you don't even have an idea, you didn't know it was existing, like what are we even talking about? Put -0 mark for you not even to know what you're talking about. Put 0. So are we good? Next on our list is physical training certificate. That was the last video, or second to last video I uploaded before this one. I'll also be putting the link in the description box. This one is where you can actually get your experience in your home country. Physical healthcare training experience in your home country. Like that video is like 45 minutes long, but it is power packed. Like I don't even want to know the country you are, anything that you are, you use as low as 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira. It can even be free. Like I give some scopy details where you can just go there, just go and scope them, and nobody will call me a criminal. Just use your sense. Go and watch the video. So if you know you have you've done that physical training certificate, put 10 marks. If you know that you are in the process of doing it, active process, like you're already doing it, you are yet to complete it, put 5 marks. If you know that you don't even know that they used to do physical training, you don't even have an idea, put 0 marks. Are we good? So next one under experience is personal experience certificate. I made a video on that you have had healthcare training certificate. Everybody has had this experience in their life, but you don't even know that this is what they are talking about. I made a video on that. I'll put in the link as well in the description box. So just asterisk this one before you go and know if you have this personal experience or not. Go watch the video and come back and read this one. So your personal experience, healthcare, this thing is personal, also I not say personal experience, put 10 mark. If you know that you do not have, 0 mark. If you know that you are in the active process, but really if you are in the active process, I'm not sure you should be considering traveling out, or you have somebody to substitute for you, go and watch the video. So when you watch it, just know that if you know you've had this type of experience before, put 10 marks. If you know that you are in the active process, 5 marks. If you know that you don't even know what they're talking about, but go and watch the video first to know whether you've had the experience or not. But I'm sure everybody has had the experience, put 0 mark. And then the next there is the bar is health professional, health personnel. Like you may be a nurse, a doctor, a lab, like normal health person. Yeah, you could be a lab, this thing, anything relating to health, as long as whatever you're doing is health, microbiology, MLS, anything, professional health, anything. Even if you're microbiology, it's actually a plus because you've actually known about infection control. Anything relating to health, like you have the experience, you've worked in the hospital settings before as a health, anything concerning health, and you have your certificate to prove this, put 10 marks. Do you understand what I've just said? Put 10 marks. So the last and not the least, step 6, this one that's going to burst everybody's bubbles, is your CV. And this one carries 20 marks. And that's because if you have every of these things, without your without a I don't know how this mosquitoes used to enter, guys. Is a mosquito abroad? If you have all these things without a proper detailed professional CV, oh my days, you're just deceiving yourself. Because before they will even check this document, your CV is the first contact. Your CV is the first contact an employer will actually see before they will say, okay, should you consider him or not, or anything. So at a glance, they should be able to see all these things I've written about. And that's why I took my time to write out these things and give them a particular point. So if you know that you've had all these documents, you have more or less, then the next one is your CV. To write it in a professional way that it will be easy for the employer to read and write. I think I have a CV video, but I'm not sure I've uploaded it or something. But you can just get scope of write CV. So that CV that is 20 marks me, you be able to grade yourself. I don't know how you write it. I don't know how it's this thing. So any CV that you write, make sure there's actually a particular format where they used to write it. How they used to write it. So you can actually give somebody that I feel like they're older than you or something to check through for you or anything, or give a family member or not a family member or something. I don't really know how you will try with it. Just arrange according to this thing. So maybe for my CV video, I'll convert it to a grading system as well, and then maybe put it inside 20 marks. So you just use that to grade to yourself. But for now, if you know that, at least if you have a well-detailed CV, you should know now. Put 20 marks. If you know that, put 10 marks. And if you know that you've never started anything, you already know your answer, 7 marks. This one, just grade it according to your conscience. I don't know. Just grade it according to your conscience. And if you like, you that you be having 0, 0, 0 from the beginning, come and use this one to 20 marks, be deceiving yourself. Okay, so guys, so at the end of this, after you've collected your results, calculated all the marks, how many marks do you have over 150? So leave me a comment, leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me see who has the highest mark, the lowest mark. Please don't be shy about it, because somehow I really want to keep track of my viewers here. Not just me coming here to just make videos, and I don't even know if somebody is even listening to me or trying out what I say or not. Like, let me know. Maybe somebody with the highest, if there's somebody with the highest, I really even want to follow up. This guy, you have to get the job, or this girl, you have to get the job by fire by force, because you have all these documents. You have to get this job. That kind of thing. We can just be organizing like a one-to-one session to make sure that, okay, this one. So make sure you're sincere with yourself. Be sincere with yourself. So let me know how much is your score that you have in your grading system. And maybe if you don't want to do 150, if you don't want to grade yourself for your CV, you don't want to lie, you can just put everything over 130. Yeah, maybe we should do it like that. Just add your total, put it over 130. So 20 marks will just be like that CV that is standing. So after watching it up to here, these are all the requirements you need to apply for a job in UK. No matter the extra documents, anything anybody is asking you, the recruiter or anything, you know they pass this one. It's no more than this. This is all the requirement. So that's why I say requirement differ from agent to agent, from care home to care home. So it's always better. That's why I say you can have just few of this, more of this. You know, they're too much. The more you have it, the more your chances of actually getting the job. So imagine somebody having 100 over 150, somebody having 120 over 150. His chances are high. Don't forget, you're not the only one applying for this job. And it's actually competitive. You're not the only one. So you have to try as much as possible to gather enough document as you can to actually boost your chance. So that's why I want to know how many scores you have in the comment section. And I really want to keep track of, I'll try to just keep track of most of you to know how the application process is going for the job. I really want so many of you here to have job offer. I can't wait for somebody to say, hey, tell me I got this job, tell me I got this job. Then from there, we'll proceed to the next step of visa application. I cannot wait. Honestly, it's one of my utmost job, because this is almost it's around 2. 2 p.m., 2 a.m. Forget all this fine getting. I'm here making videos for you guys. I really want it to like it to be my joy to actually see 99.9% of you outside the country, and it was actually true watching my videos. Like it's going to be like a very very good, I don't even know the English to speak, but you know what I am saying. So just try as much as, just be sincere with yourself. And if you know, if you don't have up to these qualifications, try as much as possible. I have videos for online training, how you can do online training without paying money or free, how you can do physical training without paying money or paying small money. Like, you have all these options. What's stopping you? So even if you don't have education background, SSC or whatever, it's not even a barrier. It's just like adding to you. So especially if you know your highest qualification is WAEC, or you don't even have any experience, that's why you should have more of this health experience. They can even see somebody that has BSc, and you have more health than the person with BSc or master. They will pick you. Most times, especially UK and Canada, they deal with experience. Now, person will get experience that they will go for. So most times, it's not about the educational qualification, but some people still look at it that okay, it's actually still a point. But most times, so let me know in the comment section what's your average is. So, I'm fine. So guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. So me writing this mark is for you to like grade yourself, to know where you're lacking, to know where you're stopping, and to know for you to know what you need. Please don't rush and apply for a job. Yeah, it's still 65 days. Don't rush. Take your time. Take your time like wait, breathing. Take your time like, if I want to apply, I am getting this job. Nobody say you go, they apply. I don't say you should not apply to different this thing, but don't just apply with the minimum something that you have. Take your time. Most of this training is not even up to 1 month. Some 3 weeks, some even 2 weeks. It's not even up to that. So even if you seclude 1 month to learn driving, to learn online training, physical training, and this, just excuse me, hold yourself to that high esteem and say, this month though, I'm doing it to get all this experience. You can do it. You can do it. You can even use 2 months depending on how free you are with work or business or this thing. And funny thing is, some people at their workplace, they used to have like 1 month leave. Even bank workers, they used to have, is it 1 month or 2 months or something. I can even be doing part-time or anything. So just dedicate it and just do it. Because there's no magic anywhere. If you don't have the experience, how would they recruit you? So fam, I really can't wait to actually hear from all or any one of you, and I really wish you guys honestly the best of the best. I really can't wait for you guys testimonies and success stories to actually keep rolling in and everything. So guys, if you have any doubts, if you have any more questions, make sure to leave it in the comment section below, and I'll try as much as possible to actually reply. But you guys know I have 5 YouTube channels, so trying to keep up with different niches is not easy. But anyways, this one, oh wait. So guys, thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Some of you will be like, this girl did not leave thumbnails today. Confused. Let me use this one. This guy is fine. This guy is fine. This guy is fine.